Has somebody ever told you that all machines are boring? Well, the truth is, they might not have come across some of the most exciting and satisfying inventions that have marked their presence in several industries. What if I told you that you could actually cut things with water? Well, if that got your attention, you need to stick around for the end of the video to learn more about that and others like the amazing process of how metal grills and fences are made. You have seen this before. The sachets that you get with your fast food are actually made in a very interesting way. These sachets are made using an automatic pouch filling and sealing machine. These machines are becoming incredibly popular today for their simplicity and also for their superior package that makes them look like a properly finished product. This machine revolutionized the way packaging is done in so many industries, and it's not just limited to food. The way this machine works is pretty straightforward. A rotary automatic packing machine grips a preformed pouch and then fills it with product and then seals it at a speed of 200 packets per minute on an average. We all use glass bottles almost on a daily basis, whether it be your Coke or for your beer. But have you ever wondered how these glass bottles are even made? They are made using a press and blow process. Every process starts with the common raw materials like silica, soda ash, collet, and limestone. They're also combined with specific mixtures in order to get their desired properties. The mixture is then melted at high temperatures in a furnace until it becomes a molten material ready for formation. Regardless of the process that's been used, once the glass bottle is completely formed, it is removed from the mold and transferred to the annealing layer. These bottles are then reheated to a temperature of about 1050 degrees Fahrenheit, and they are gradually cooled down to about 390 degrees Fahrenheit. This is done so that the glass will be cooled at an even rate, which will eliminate the internal stresses in the glass that could lead to cracking or shattering. The lathe is by far the most important machine in any industry because it is a tool that rotates the workpiece around an axis of rotation in order to perform various operations like cutting, knurling, drilling, deformation, sanding, and so many others. These machines are built to quickly and constantly produce highly accurate and symmetrical metal objects. The entire process involves rotating the raw metal piece and then reshaping it through various processes, which makes it one of the most powerful metal shaping tools ever built. The entire process of raw metal being converted into something that is useful can be very satisfying to watch. For so many people, especially the ones who already have a tattoo, they might want to get it removed and try another tattoo. Or maybe they just don't want it at all. Well, in that case, they may have gone through a tattoo removal process. It can look like it's magic, but the truth is, it's just science and not everybody understands the science behind the entire process. During a tattoo removal procedure, the practitioner will guide the laser over the area where the tattoo is. The tattoo removal laser produces pulses of light energy, and each pulse of energy penetrates the skin and is absorbed by the tattoo ink. The tattoo ink, when absorbing this energy, tends to heat up and shatter into tiny fragments. Then the body's immune system will flush the tattoo from the body. CNC stands for Computer Numerical Control. And this is a much more advanced version of the first numerical control machines that were built in the early 40s and 50s. Contemporary CNC machines are fully automated. All they require are some lines of instructions which are provided initially about these kinds of tools which these machines are dealing with, and also how these machines should be using these tools. CNC machines are crazy because they require so many tools to produce a certain part. Right now, the applications of CNC machines are found in the aerospace industry and the electrical industry. They are also used in an industrial machinery, mining, and even product design. The problem with CNC machining is the fact that the machinery is extremely expensive and might be difficult to operate. But either way, it is still satisfying to watch how these machines perform. You might have seen a cultivator before. The soil needs to be manipulated and fertilized for the growth of plants and crops, and that's why we invented the cultivator. These are extremely cost-effective machines, and they complete plowing very effectively. If you were to perform manual cultivation, it would require a lot of time to prepare the soil and also a lot of labor. So the use of the cultivators in a small scale or the large-scale farming reduces resources and money spent on each unit of land. As an added bonus, they're pretty satisfying to watch do work. If you love to drink beer, you might prefer it either in a can or a bottle. The entire packaging process plays a very important role in attracting customers, which then improves the business for the brand. But what's more exciting is the entire packaging process itself. Beer is usually served in glass bottles because glass might arguably be the best choice for making beer bottles. Empty bottles are removed from pallets and then bottles are rinsed with filtered water to remove any kind of impurities. The washed bottles are then sent to the filling machines, which fills the bottle with beer. After pasteurization and labeling, the beer bottles are then packaged, and that's how you get your beer, and the entire process is definitely a visual treat. Laser engraving is a technology that is used to engrave metal workpieces that will be exposed to various types of surface treatments. This is a very satisfying process to watch, especially when we finally get to see the end result. This process involves vaporizing materials into fumes to engrave permanent and deep marks, especially on some metal surfaces. You can compare the laser beam to a chisel because the laser beam creates incising marks by removing layers from the top surface of the material. The laser is applied on a very small area with massive levels of energy, and it's possessing the ability to generate the extremely high heat that is required for vaporization. The most outstanding feature of the entire process just might be the ability to engrave 2D codes that can be read easily even after post-processing. Are you familiar with expanded metal? Well, if you really think about it, you might have seen expanding metal almost everywhere. The technique is used to make fences, walkways, and so many other things. The expanded metal is very durable and strong. But what many people don't know is that it's very satisfying to watch the entire process of manufacturing expanded metals. Expanded metals is produced by an expanding machine which focuses on turning solid metal sheets and coils into an expanded metal mesh. What makes this machine more exciting is the fact that there is a knife which determines the pattern for each type of mesh. The metal is fed through the expanding machine. It is then cut and stretched simultaneously using a pressurized slitting and stretching process. The slitting is done with the help of the knife, which will then allow the metal to be stretched, resulting in a uniform pattern. You may have seen viral videos in the past of people cutting anything and everything with just water. Well, if you still don't understand the physics behind it, let's take a closer look. Water jet cutting is a manufacturing process that uses extremely high-pressure jets of water, which are provided by pressurizing pumps that deliver a supersonic stream of water to cut and shape various types of materials. If you're curious as to what pressure the water is delivered at, it's about 392 megapascals and projected using a tiny precision nozzle. The working principle is simple. High-pressure water leaves the nozzle and reaches speeds that are 3 times the speed of sound, which is just crazy. Most methods of water jet cutting have an abrasive blended into water to blast particles from the workpiece. Water jetting is undoubtedly a very versatile process that can be used to cut, shape, and design a workpiece to meet the exact kinds of specifications that are required for a particular project. So you get the idea. Machines don't have to be always viewed as boring, especially the ones that you may find in factories or anywhere else. Automation is taking over several industries and factories, but that does not mean that humans still don't have a place in these factories. Even if factories become 90% automated, those humans who work there get to see all these engineering marvels in person, and now you have seen some of them for yourself.